I'm Jennifer Deloney, Associate Editor of Renewable Energy World. We're here in London at the OSIsoft Users Conference, and I'm with Martin Otterson. Let's talk a little bit about Pi itself. It's the star of the show, obviously, at the conference. So what does it do for these companies?
Yeah, so OSIsoft is a 40-year-old company, but we're well known not as OSIsoft, as Pi makers, the people that make Pi. And in Europe, we're called PI. Versus the US, it's usually called the Pi system. And that's plant information as we started out, but what it's done is transformed into this enterprise infrastructure of data, allowing you to connect to any device. Traditionally, it's been SCADA control systems, but now with the advent of IoT, the devices become a plethora, and they're also growing like rabbits. Many devices throughout, inside the enterprise and outside. So things outside that they need to share data. So what we also found is that the enterprise became a focus market, but what we also call a community, leveraging cloud technology to actually take the Pi system and then expand it beyond the barriers of your enterprise.
All right, can you give me one example, perhaps in like the energy space, renewable energy, of a company that's using this software?
Yeah, so for example, if you think of a utility, which, inside the US, we have all the ISOs, which are the independent system operators, and then of course all the generators, and then the transmission distribution. When you think of that whole supply chain of energy, that's not all owned by one company. So there has to be a way for them to take the Pi system data that they already have and be able to share it with other either upstream vendors or downstream vendors. And a downstream vendor would be the distributed energy resource phenomenon we're seeing. We're behind the meter, which the utility doesn't really see a lot of times. There is so much data to collect from batteries, solar, and maybe you have the charging car, right? How do you take all of that data and combine it? And what we've done with innovation is utilizing the enterprise Pi system, connecting up with our OSIsoft Cloud Services that we're launching here this week in EMEA. So it's really exciting for us.
That's wonderful. All right, so let's talk a little bit about where is this software going? What's going to happen with it in 5 or 10 years?
Well, some big announcements we've got this week is both around the Pi system. On the bottom edge, we're seeing this explosion of devices, and they're all in different form factors, meaning hardware sizes and compute. So we thought that it would be really interesting from a chip level to take and build a capability in open source. So we're launching our open source capability where partners and or customers actually are really interested in this to take that and make it a development platform that would sit on Linux or Windows and actually feed the Pi system they have in the enterprise. So when the IoT asset set shows up, it can automatically connect. So we're very excited about that announcement, and where we're actually heading is really around a development capability in open source. Now on the top end, you've got the enterprise Pi system, but above that we're launching here this week as well, as I mentioned, OSI Cloud Services. The ability then to connect to other clouds or accelerate the adoption of your on-premise system with a cloud environment. Sharing, I think security is huge, and the ability to run applications and analytics from the cloud against your enterprise Pi systems or your fleet throughout your enterprise.
Wonderful, that's very exciting. So can you tell us a little bit about where we can get more information?
Yeah, so with this launch on our website, we have OSIsoft.com Solutions Cloud, has our whole architecture and vision, what we're doing with the cloud, so I encourage people to go there. I think our website is one of the best resources, as well as working with the groups that we've started calling customer success. The ability for customer success is to have people sign to the end user and work on their adoption and strategic planning initiatives. So contacting OSIsoft directly, and of course the digital capability on our website.
Wonderful. Well, I look forward to learning more. Thank you so much, Martin.
Yeah, thank you for attending, and I encourage you to come back next year and see where we end up. This year we're at 1,500. Next year we're hoping for maybe 2,000.
Wonderful. We look forward to it.
Thank you.
Thank you.